Is this it? You starting it? Too early?
Yeah.
2 minutes early?
Yeah. Because I want to make sure that.
We might need those 2 minutes.
I want to make sure the camera's going to connect.
This is not very sturdy. Why wouldn't it connect?
I don't know.
Please don't let it connect. Please don't let it connect.
That's not the one we want, though. We want this one. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's right.
Can I go somewhere else?
Yeah, you can. Let's see.
How about I just put it right here on the table? That might be a bad idea, too.
Why did that go off?
Where's the miking part on this?
Right there.
So I want it to be like that. That's good.
Yeah. But
how about I just hold it?
oh, we got one. Welcome. Oh, we got two.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're just getting our camera also. Oh yeah, I think we are good now. Let's see. Yes, we
have
are.
Scott Brady, welcome, and Yuriko. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. We are excited about this. This is our first webinar, and hey, we can see you now. That's awesome.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Are you? Have you ever heard of Top of Zion?
But I found it recently, so I've been looking at because I've been looking at races in the area. I'm in Florida, but I've been looking at races in the area to do, and found that one. So I've been like checking out the area and things to do and stuff like that.
So you're looking in southern Utah, particularly. You might want to put.
Yeah, because I wanted to visit like Zion, National Park, like Bryce Canyon, like all that stuff up there. But I like to run, and one of my main running goals is to be able to run a race in all 50 states, and I'm trying to do the majors as well.
That is quite the goal. That's awesome. That'll get you.
I run for a little charity, so it's always nice to be able to, find new races to do.
Yeah, well, I say this one tops all of them that are in that area because you get such a variety of scenery.
Yeah.
Covers 200 miles, so there you go. Would you bring out a team then, or do you have people out here locally that would?
I would bring out a team most likely, from here, and then if there's any like runners locally that were still looking to do it that needed to join a team, finish filling out the team that way probably.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm always down to meet new people. I always make friends at any race I'm at. So, strangers are only friends you haven't met yet.
That's right. I love that. It's a great attitude to have. In fact, I'll tell a story about that today, about a stranger joining a team and how much it meant to them. And I won't spoil it, so I'll hold off. But how about you, Yuriko? Is that how you say your name? Can you hear us? Maybe not. So, did you find us through an ad? Is that, or as a search, or you, Scott? I don't think Yuriko's.
Oh, yeah. I was searching for races, like out west and everything, and I came across the Top of Zion, and so I looked it up. I was like, that was one of the parks that I've been wanting to check out. So I started looking into it more and realized it was, a race I hadn't done yet. So.
Yeah, well, we've done it 7 times, but then when COVID happened, we ended it for a while. So we're actually just bringing it back. So we're excited to, get the word out again. Hi, I can see.
I'm sorry, I had bad signal.
Tell me how you say your name.
Yuriko.
Oh,
it's kind of like Eureka, but with an O. but disappointed.
Nice. Well, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. I
You.
was talking with Scott about how he found the race. Just curious how you found us.
I
And
found her on Instagram. It was weird because I was just like going through Instagram, and then I saw the ad for the race, so
awesome. So our
I
ads are
just did
working.
more info. Yeah,
Yeah. So hopefully this will answer your questions. And where are you from?
I'm from Southern Arizona, like right on the border. You can
Arizona
pretty much like see the wall, and like cross to Mexico in like 5 minutes.
to Utah or where?
Mexico?
Oh, Mexico. So you're down at the
Yes,
bottom. Okay.
the
Gotcha.
southern border. Yes.
Okay. The border. That's the border you meant. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I see no one else. Hi. How do you say your name? I'm not sure how it's Micah
My name's Mikola.
Mikola. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're glad you could join us. This is going to be fun. This is our
Yeah.
first webinar, and so we're excited to share the information. I signed up for a marketing class, and this is what they said to do. So I'm gonna be brave. So
Sounds
this one
awesome.
might not be the best, but I'll do my best. And where are you from, Mikola? Is that wait, Mikola or Michaela? Sorry, I forgot already. Oh, you're muted again. Sorry.
Okay, so I live in Los Angeles, California now, but I lived for 25 years in Utah, and I just recently moved to California about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with the area somewhat, I bet.
Definitely, yeah, and I miss it a lot. So,
This would be a great opportunity then to come back and
oh, for
live and
sure.
bring your friends. Well, I think we're going to get started. So welcome. We're on a Zoom call that takes, that's like a 40-minute max. So we have to finish before then. And I have a lot of information and I'm sure we'll have questions at the end. So I will get started and just kind of share my story and go from there. So if you have questions, maybe we'll answer them at the end. You can write them down in the notes or something if you want, or um, yeah. So can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Oh, we have someone. Shauna is on. I have a Facebook Live. Shauna is on there. I went to high school with her. So welcome, Shauna. I think Melissa's gonna go big.
No, just like that. If it goes big, it's just being weird. So I just do it like that.
Okay. All right. So this is our logo, Top of Zion National Parks Relay, which will be happening this summer, June 11th through the 13th, 2026. And as I mentioned earlier, we did this 7 times. I started in 2012, and then when COVID came, we stopped. And so recently, I lived in Utah, and I moved to Idaho, and we built a home. And I'm showing this picture of my shower that I did. I took me 9 months to do this flower garden shower because it was all custom. I had to cut every single piece. And afterwards, I wondered what next project I should take on. So I said a little prayer and asked God what I should be doing, and was surprised when He said, "Bring back the Top of Zion." And I was like, "No, it's too much work. It takes all my time, and it doesn't make any money." And but as I began to contemplate why He wanted me to bring back Top of Zion, I began to realize how important Top of Zion was for my family and for those who have run it. And I realized this was a mission for me to bring back Top of Zion to help other people. Not just a running experience, but to be a force for good, because there are a lot of wonderful things that come from running a relay versus just a normal race. And I saw firsthand how it could help with our mental health, our physical health, our social health, and even our spiritual health. I have 2 cousins that have passed away due to addiction. And they're both younger than me, so this was not supposed to happen. One was a drug addiction and the other was a food addiction, and I myself have a sugar addiction. And so running is a way that I deal with my sugar addiction. And I began to wonder if there was a way that I could help my tribe and those are out there to deal with the problems that we deal with in our world today. Other issues that people deal with: screen addictions. Definitely my kids deal with this. Anxiety, depression, self-doubt, burnout, stress, or being in a rut. And I saw how the Top of Zion could break that cycle and help you get away, leave behind your stress, clear your head, and help you feel alive again. So I have a few questions for you to help you see if maybe you can relate. Do you feel disconnected from your family, your friends, or your kids? Top of Zion can help with that. Do the days fly by and feel like they're blending together on autopilot? Top of Zion can help break that routine and create unforgettable memories. Do you find that screens are taking over your time and your life and your family's time and attention? Top of Zion replaces screens with movement, nature, teamwork, and purpose without lectures or force. Do you worry about you or your kids' mental and emotional health? Top of Zion builds confidence, resilience, and emotional strength by doing hard things together outdoor. Do you or your kids struggle with confidence or self-belief? Top of Zion proves through action that ordinary people are capable of extraordinary things. Do you wish your family or your team had more meaningful traditions or shared experiences? The Top of Zion becomes a defining story and a tradition people talk about for years. And it is true. I still hear stories from when we did it 14 years ago. Do your teens seem unmotivated or unsure of their purpose, or your family or friends? Top of Zion gives them a role, responsibility, and pride through contributing to a team. Do you want to get healthier? But feel stuck or overwhelmed? Top of Zion gives you a clear goal and a reason to move. Health becomes a byproduct. Do you crave deeper relationships, but never seem to slow down enough to build them? Top of Zion creates intentional space for real connection through shared time and challenge. And one more. Are you longing for something meaningful? Not just another event or race. Top of Zion delivers transformation through effort, connection, and shared purpose. So maybe you said yes to a multitude of these problems. So my thought is, why, with the limited time that we have in today's world and so many problems, wouldn't it be nice to just have one solution? So I'm going to backtrack and I'm going to share my personal experience. In 2011, I ran a relay with my siblings. I have 11 siblings, and my brother wanted to do exactly what I just talked about: bring my family together, having a meaningful, connecting experience. And there was nothing like being together in a van for 24 to 36 hours where we were able to have meaningful conversations and connect. And even my sister showed up, who had just had a baby, and she came and ran. And we had a lot of fun. We decorated our van, we laughed, we cried, we were sleep deprived. Here's my oldest brother, who was so tired, he just took his pillow out and laid down on the road. And this is my sister coming in. It was a really neat experience. And because of that experience, it changed my life. I decided to start Top of Zion back in 2012. So this is my family all together that I use to advertise. Sorry. Is there a way to minimize that? Oh, sorry. I just lost my screen. Where'd it go?
Oh, let's see what's going
I
on.
just made them bigger, but they were covering my screen. Okay, how do I make this go away so I can see my screen?
That one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's my little story of becoming a Zion warrior. And that is when Top of Zion was born in 2012. And now we are bringing it back for 2026. I grew up in southern Utah. And so I knew this would be the perfect backdrop of world-class scenery for the best relay. And the course is absolutely phenomenal. So back in 2012, I had my kids run it, and their cousins and their aunts and uncles. They all participated in it. In this picture, this is my son, who is now 21 years old, and my daughter, who's 20, and my other daughter, who is 18. They all ran it for each year, and it made a huge impact on their lives and who they became and as they developed. This was the last year that we did it before COVID, and the impact that it had on my family was inspiring. And I didn't understand when I did it back then what I was doing. I thought I was trying to make money, which I never did. But instead, I was creating memories, building confidence, and helping these young minds to become very successful adults. But not only did my kids participate, but we had multiple teams participate and create great memories. And I just have a few pictures here. Is this a face live? Can they see these pictures? Oh, should we put it on the screen so they can see them? Sorry, you guys, on Facebook Live. I am just showing them pictures of the teams that have participated over the years, and I just show a few. This picture in particular were two people who did not know each other, and they joined a team, and they ended up getting married. And last I talked to them, they're celebrating 5 years of marriage from meeting at the Top of Zion. So it definitely changed their life. This was the last year that I put it on, and that is my little baby. And one of the reasons I ended up stopping for such a long time was I did have a couple more kids, and I moved, and we built a house, and I just didn't have the time to do it. This is my current family. I have 9 kids. And now, as I bring it back, I realize I need to help the rest of my kids in growing up. So that's kind of my vision, my mission. Here is a picture of my current family, and I got a text on a group chat with my family. I have the red arrow pointing to him. He says, I need help finishing my house. I need help improving my mental health and losing weight. I need help building deeper connections. And that was back when I saw that text, and I was kind of like, should I be starting Top of Zion? And I thought, you know what? That answers every problem that he needs help with. We need to bring back Top of Zion and solve all those problems for people. So as I began to bring back Top of Zion, I saw that I had a framework for a successful life. The Top of Zion logo is a triangle that looks like a mountain with the Z going up it. That kind of represents your journey up the mountain. And there's 4 triangles, which ironically, we have 4 mountains on the course. So I realized that to be a Zion warrior, you have to go up each of these triangles, and they focus on the 4 areas of our self-development. We have our spiritual growth, our social growth, our physical growth, and our mental growth. And when we participate in a relay, not just any race, but a relay, particularly Top of Zion, because it's absolutely gorgeous, we are able to touch on all 4 of those areas of our self-development. And when we do it together, we are creating success for everyone. So here is how the top of Zion can affect you. The views are absolutely breathtaking. You won't see anything better than on the top of Zion. The views, and it's the whole entire course. It's not just a little bit of it, but the entire course is absolutely breathtaking. And that will inspire your mind and your soul, and connect you with God. The second triangle is your connection, your social. As you connect with family and friends on the relay, running together, having fun, building memories. Number four is the third triangle is your physical. On the course, there are 4 mountains that you have to cross, and they're tall. They have 9,600 feet and 9,100 feet for the tallest mountains that you're going up. This will help your discipline and your confidence grow. And then the last is your mental development. As you conquer the finish line and you overcome the obstacles of lack of sleep and being tired and all the challenges that come along the way, you will become a new person. Here is a testimonial. We have a couple of them. I'm just going to read this one by Andrew Wright. He said, having done dozens of relays across the country, this is still hands down one of my all-time favorites. We had an amazing time and the views were some of the best I've ever experienced. Absolutely beautiful scenery. So I'm going to tell a little story about this guy, Jesse, that I happened to find online as I was doing some Google shirt searches. Jesse happened to find Top of Zion because someone was looking for one more person. I was just talking to someone here, and he said that he loves strangers because they're just friends that they haven't met. And so they invited Jesse to join their team. They didn't know who he was. And after they had ran the relay, they were joking with him and saying, hey, Jesse, you can take off your medal now. Jesse was a single dad with 2 kids, and his father had passed away 5 months before. And he says, no, I'm not going to take off my medal right now. This is the first thing I have ever won, and I'm super proud of myself. My dad told me to go out and explore the world, and this is me doing exactly that. So it just helped me to understand how much of an impact the Top of Zion can have on individual people. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the Top of Zion and what it is. If you don't know what a relay is, or if you just have some questions about it, this particular relay, this is the map of the relay. So for you people who can't see it it starts at Capitol Reef National Park. It runs through, I should put it over here. Yeah. Runs through Dixie National Forest and goes through the Grand Staircase Escalante Monument, which is absolutely amazing. It goes past some small little tiny towns and fields, which is really quite a unique experience as well. And then it goes by Bryce Canyon National Park and over into more of Dixie National Forest. We have some dirt roads, and it goes up Cedar Mountain, and then it goes down, well, this course actually, I have the wrong map on here, sorry. It goes down to the North Fork Road, which is more dirt road, and that's where you see the Top of Zion. And it ends about 15 minutes outside of Zion National Parks. We have 5 different options. So these yellow dots, there are 6 major van exchanges. This is where you usually have 12 people, 6 people in a van, 6 people in another van, and you take turns running. 6 people will run, and then 6 people will run, and they will exchange at the van exchanges. It takes about 24 to 36 hours to run, and people run anywhere between, I have 7 to 12-minute miles, but we've actually had a cross-country team that were running about 5-minute miles. And we've had people run as slow as 13 to 14-minute miles. And we have 5 options, which I'll go into that in a minute. Right now, so we have the full and the ultra, which is running the full 195 miles as a 12-person or a 6-person team. Takes 2 days and 1 night. We have the sleep relay, which is 127 miles, the 1-day relay, the mini relay, and the 3-day Odyssey relay, which is a new thing that we're bringing where you can run the 3 relays. Okay, I just got a notification that we have 15 minutes and then the Zoom link ends. So I'll try to hurry. These are the relays. These are the the mileage that shows how many miles. So you can see that, our longest is 9.4 miles and has a lot of hills, and our shortest leg I'm seeing here is 2.9 miles. That's our shortest leg. So that shows you that you can have a variety of different kinds of runners, beginner runners, advanced runners, and intermediate runners, and anyone can run this if they can run a 5K. The 3-day relay, I'm just going to show how that works. You would start actually in the middle of the relay, what everyone would run at night, and you'd run that on day 1, which is on the 11th, and then day 2, you'd run the first 2 sections with everyone, and then on day 3 you'd end the race on the last 2 sections. So, and then we have a sleep relay for those who haven't heard of that. That's kind of unique to Top of Zion, where you can run the first 2 sections, be done, go to your hotel, go explore the parks, and this is the same with the 3-day relay. And then the next morning we start at Exchange 24 and you run the last 2 sections and you go into the finish line. So one thing that we've kind of found that is fun is we have a lot of C words for our vision: connection, creativity, charity, competition, challenge, champion, confidence, and celebration. And so we've done a lot of fun things. In fact, I don't think I talk about it, but we have a scholarship that you can sign up for if you wanted to. We call it our C+ scholarship, to win a free team. And then just a little bit of pictures. Capitol Reef to Zion, and I'm just going to go through these really quick. This is leg 3 on Boulder Mountain, Dixie National Forest on leg 4. Oops. This is leg 9 in the Grand Staircase, Escalante Monument. More leg 9, leg 10, more of the Escalante Monument. More leg 10, 10. Just 9 and 10 are pretty spectacular. Some of the night runs are fun. We have fun volunteers that will do fun things. This is Bryce Canyon that we run past, the Red Canyon with the arches, the Scenic Highway, Byway I-89. This is leg 28, dirt road, just so beautiful here with the sunrise coming up in the morning. This is Navajo Lake. Oh no, this is Duck Creek Lake. We have a Navajo Lake. This is running down the North Fork Road on a dirt road. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some of my favorite parts of the relay as we get to run that. And then there is a picture of the Top of Zion that you get to see as you run down. And then you have the finish line at Clear Creek Ranch. It might change this year. We're still working on that. And a lot of celebrating at the finish line. And it's a really great place, world-class scenery. We do also work with a lighthouse sanctuary as our charity. So you talked about that, Scott, about running for charity. We have a charity that we are trying to support and help them. We donate 2% of everyone's registration to them. So I want to talk a little bit about reasons why people may not feel like they can run the Top of Zion. They may not think they're a good enough runner, or they're out of shape, or they can't run. But we have running plans that we can help you with, and guidance, and even food and weight plans to help you get in shape. You might think you're too slow or you're not able to keep up, but we also work with slower teams. We've done some leapfrogging with them. We allow runners to run 2 at a time so that they can get done at the same time as the faster runners. the trade-off is that you're not a competitive team, so that's something to think about. But we also keep track of your time so you can compare for in future years. Some teams you might not think, oh, I don't want to, stay up all night, but that's why we have the sleep relay, and it's a great option. That's what my kids did when they first started. They would run during the day and sleep at night. You may not think you can run that far, and I kind of mentioned this already, but we have short legs. Or if you're not strong enough, and if you are fast, like our cross country team, we actually had to hold them and say, okay, you got to wait till the other runners keep up, and we have volunteers at your exchanges. So one thing I want to just bring up is, no matter where you're at, we're kind of talking to you as a team captain, and as a team captain, you have the power to change people's lives, to invite 6, 12 runners to join you and make a huge difference, just like we talked about Jessie earlier. My daughter, after I had my last child, she said, Mom, I want to run a half marathon. At that point, I was 60 pounds overweight and I couldn't even run a mile, and that was exactly what I needed. I needed that invitation. And so I started running little by little, and we were able to go run that together. And then the next year I went and qualified for the Boston Marathon. So she was the little push that I needed to get going. And this is saying I have 10 minutes left. So, all right, how do I get that off of my screen? It says upgrade 10 minutes, free minutes, or it's going to end in 10 minutes. That, okay, we have my papers over there. The other thing I want to talk to you about, and I ran out of slides, so now it's just going to be talking with my hand notes because I ran out of time. Just talking about the other things that might keep you from signing up would be like, maybe it's too expensive, or you feel like, let me find my notes, hold on one second. Or you have a hard time finding a team. We can help with all of that. We have discounts. We have scholarships that you can sign up for and try to win. We have, we're working on getting a page where you can put yourself on there as someone looking for team runners, or a page where you can say, I'm looking for runners to join my team. So that would help you, Scott, right? If you still needed a few runners. So we can help you find your team. Let me look. What else do I have? And as far as, the price goes, the benefits far outweigh. And if you think about, like, I ran a marathon, I paid $150 for a 6-hour experience. This is a 2 to 3 day experience for less than that. So, well, depending on if you pay full price or not. So think to yourself, not, I can't afford it, but how can I afford this? And the lives that you will change. So I do want to just say at the end, we are going to give you, if you sign up in the next 24 hours, we're going to offer you a 50% discount. Now that's huge. We don't do that ever, but just as an incentive to sign up now, and we will send you that code. Well, I'll just tell you what the code is now. It's going to be webinar 50. I got to make it. It's not even made yet, but that's what the code is. So webinar 50, if you do it in the 24 hours. If you sign up after that, we will give you a 40% discount, and that will be 48 hours. And then after that, it will be a 30% discount, and that'll be webinar 40 and webinar 30. Those will be the discounts. So we only have a few minutes left, so I'm going to open it up to questions, and and you can always message us or whatever you want to do. So does anyone have any questions? We have 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Or did I explain it so good?
I had a quick question.
Yes.
Like you're mentioning, like, with slower teams and stuff, and myself, I'm kind of a slower runner for my age group. What's the average time like for us like a 12 or per 6 person team like to complete the event?
That is a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I can't remember. But I mean, we had people finishing at, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we had people finishing at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So I would say an average, I mean, it's 24 to 36 hours if you do the full relay. I would say average is probably 30 hours, 28 hours, I would say. We don't have a lot of people finish as late as 36 hours just because they do the leapfrogging and they come in sooner, they finish sooner because of that. We've had some
Yeah,
that we allowed.
that was yeah, that was actually the second part of my question because I'd never heard of that before. Like I understand the relay concept. I did relays in school and all that, but how exactly does the leapfrog process work? You have multiple runners from the team run different legs at the same time? You said.
Yeah, that's what we allowed them to do. We just kept track of their time, and then we added all their time up. And so, like,
Okay.
if we had two people running and they both ran for 60 minutes each, then we just added that all together. And so then
Okay.
we, you know, it still showed their time was like, you know, maybe it was even more than 36 hours, but they didn't take the 36 hours to do it. That way, it allows them to participate and not
Mhm.
mess up the whole timing of when we have volunteers out and you know the timeline of everything. So hopefully that, yeah, and it works for
Yeah,
them. It worked out for them. They loved it. So
that's pretty cool. I've never heard of an event doing that before.
yeah, we're a little bit different. We're not like as competitive as, I mean, we do have the competitive part, but we also have the non-competitive. That way we can cater to all kinds of different people who want to come out and participate. It, like my kids, right? They ran it. They were a non-competitive team and they had a good time. So we make it a little bit more relaxed so that it's doable for all kinds of people. But then we also keep it pretty strict for the competitive teams.
Yeah, for me it would be more about the experience and just building a team and building that family, so to speak.
Yeah, and I think that's what most people come out for. We do have our competitive teams that come and run. And actually, our very first year, they were like, "Why are they doing that?" And I said, "Well, because we allowed people to trade runners as they needed versus like not like keeping to a really strict running schedule. I think Ragnar's like that." And I'm like, "Well, we want you to be safe. If you're injured or whatever, we want to be able to switch out a runner at any given moment." And so, but because the rules are all the same, then they could take advantage of those rules and improve their time as well if they wanted to.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions?
How many teams did you have the last time you had this race?
Let's see. We had I I'm trying to remember. We had different kinds of teams. I just remember we had 600 runners, and that was, because we have five different options. We had like 30 full teams, and then we had like 20 sleep teams, and we had like 5 one-day relays, and so it was like probably around 50 teams, I think, if I remember right. So we're a little bit smaller, but that was also one of the reasons I stopped, was because I said I'm not going to do this until I learn how to market. And so I mentioned at the beginning that I actually found a marketing course, and so I'm learning how to market so I can grow this relay and get it to be more impactful for those people who don't know about it. So
Could you tell us about the scholarship option? I applied yesterday. I don't know if you got it. I filled out everything on the Google form.
oh yeah, we probably got it then. Yes, it is.
Same.
We're going to award, someone, whoever, people who apply will award one person with the free team, and we will pick that probably near the end of January after we've had
Okay.
enough time to get. We probably were looking for probably 75 people to participate, to get on there. We're up to about 40 right now, or 30, 35. So as soon as we get more people on it, then we'll pick a winner.
Okay, for the scholarship, is there a responsibility for like posting or things like that? Like, is it like a brand ambassador scholarship?
We're not going to make that a requirement. It's always nice. So, no, it's mostly just a financial help. And I mean, if you signed up today and then you got chosen as the winner, we could reimburse you. Also, if you signed up today and for whatever reason, we do have a refund policy, 30 days money back, no questions asked. After the 30 days, up until March 1st, we'll give you 40% back, because at that point we've already started spending it on marketing and on race expenses. And March 1st is kind of when we'll be spending the rest of it. So you have until then to get a partial refund. But the first 30 days will give you your money back in full if you signed up and then you realized you couldn't do it or whatever. So so the codes are webinar 50. If you sign up in the next 24 hours, you get 50% off, and that takes it down to like $100